What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me for just a little while and talking about some movies. I hope wherever you're at, you're having a fantastic day, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Today, we're going to be talking about a movie from 2021 called Take Back the Night. This is directed by Gia Elliott. And guys, I'm going to start off by saying that this is a steaming pile of monkey feces. This is one of the worst films. I mean, it's supposed to have a big old message in it about, I don't know, victim blaming. It is one of the most pretentious, ridiculous films I have ever seen. So this is basically a film about grape. It's about SA, but in the form of a monster attack. So this girl, she's partying, she's, living it up, doing some drugs, drinking, being promiscuous, all that good stuff, as you do when you're young, a 20-something-year-old living life out in the big city, you know what I mean? And so she's doing all this. Well, she's walking home one night, and she gets attacked by this monster that, to me, just looks like a big old cloud of smoke, and it has some gnarly looking hands, because that's about all we ever see of it. We see smoke and these creepy looking, monster hands. They're kind of cheap looking, but whatever. And so, then she goes on this, she goes to the police. She's trying to tell them, hey, this is what happened. And they think that she's, she's been SA'd. And so when that happens, she keeps referring to her assailant as it or the thing or whatever, she's not referring to it as a person. And so the detective's like, what do you mean by that? She's like, it was a monster, man. The monster attacked me. How do you think I got all these wounds and bruises and stuff? And so, basically it comes down to them not believing her because she was drinking and doing drugs and being promiscuous and all this the night that she was assaulted. And so it really, we all know what the monster is the metaphor for. We all know, but the weird thing is, here's the thing. The weird thing is, you would think that it would be a film about maybe opening up your mind to not blame the victim. But in this, it's like she eventually goes on this vigilante crusade to kill this fog monster, and it's just preposterous, and it's so pretentious because it's so heavy-handed with the SA allegory. And I'm just like, okay, well, why don't you just make a movie about that then? Make something deep and profound instead of some kind of weird, poorly generated CGI fog monster with crappy rubber hands. It looked ridiculous, and I feel like I wasted 1 hour and some change of my life that I will never get back. I will never get back. I would have rather drank turpentine and pissed on a brush fire than watch this movie ever again. I would have rather done that than watch it the first time if I'd have known what it was going to be about, guys. It was one of the worst films I've ever seen. Not because it was poorly made, even though it was that. It's because of the ridiculousness of the writing, the ridiculousness of the acting, the preposterousness of the story. I just could not wrap my head around it. And after watching about 20 minutes of it, I was pretty much done with it. But I had to see, it was like a train wreck. It was like a car accident in slow motion. You just couldn't stop watching it. It was like those old crash test dummy videos where it's like, bam, into the wall, and the car crinkles, and the crash test dummy goes through the windshield and splatters on the... It was like that, but mentally, it was so bad, I couldn't stop watching it. And so when I finished it, on Letterboxd, there I am looking at it, and I'm looking at some of the reviews, and some of them are unkind, and some of them are kind. Some of them are like, we saw what they were, we saw the message, it was great, it was one of the best things I've ever... No, it wasn't. This was amateur filmmaking at its worst. This is a film that should have never seen the light of day, and anyone who was involved in this should have been ashamed of themselves for even making it, for even writing it, for even having the glimmer of an idea in their mind about this movie. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should. So that's it for Take Back the Night, guys. It is streaming on Prime, Tubi, Freevee. I wouldn't waste my time, but that's you. If you want to see a monster assault movie, I don't even know what it was. Like, don't waste your time, guys. Forget, you know what? Watch this review, enjoy it, and then forget that I even ever mentioned this movie. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate you tuning in, whenever you do, as often as you do. Before you go, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And as always, my friends, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.